Good morning, students. Today we'll start exercise 3.3 data handling. Okay. So let us start first question. Use the bar graph to answer the following questions. Bar graph means this kind of graph is called as bar graph. These are bars. These are bars. Okay. So this is x-axis and this is y-axis. On x-axis you are given pet animals. On y-axis how many number of students are given. Number of student is given. Okay. So dogs, cats, rabbits, hammets, others. Number of student is given on y-axis. Okay. Now the question is, which is the most popular pet? What is the most popular pet here? Cat. Because it is having a long bar which denotes there are maximum number of students owned cat. 10 number of students owned cats. Okay. So the most popular pet is cat. How many children have dog as a pet? How many children have dog as a pet? See, look at the dog column and correspondingly how many children are there? 8 children are there. So look at the dogs column, correspondingly 8 children are there. So 8 children have owned dogs. Okay. Now let us see third question. Second question you can do by yourself. Let us go to third question. Number of children in 6 different classes are given below. Number of children in 6 different classes are given below. Represent the data on a bar graph. Okay. So this kind of graph is called as a bar graph. So which classes are given? 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. So these are the classes, and in 5th class we have 135 students. In 6th class we have 120 students. In 7th class we have 95 students. In 8th class we have 100 students. In 9th class we have 90 students. In 10th class we have 80 students. Okay. Now the question is, how would you choose a scale? How would you choose a scale? How would you choose a scale? 135, 120, 95, 100, 90, 80. So you can choose the scale as 1 centimeter is equal to 20 students, or 1 centimeter is equal to 10 students as well you can take. You can either take 1 centimeter is equal to 10 students, or 1 centimeter is equal to 20 students. So if you take 1 centimeter equal to 10 students, the graph becomes little longer. Isn't it? The graph becomes little longer. So if you take 1 centimeter is equal to 20 students, my graph is like this. Okay. So you can take in any way you want, 10, 20, like that you can take. Okay. Now let us see the first question. So on x-axis what have we drawn? We have drawn the classes. 5th class, 6th class, 7th class, 8th class, 9th class, 10th class. So the first row we have drawn on x-axis. Okay. First row we have drawn on x-axis. Class we have drawn on x-axis. Okay. And the second column, y-axis, there are 2 axes only. X-axis, y-axis. Okay. So this horizontal line is called x-axis and the vertical line is called y-axis. On y-axis what we are taking? We are taking the second row. We are taking the second row. On y-axis we are taking the second row. Number of students or number of children. Number of children or number of students. Okay. Now in 5th class how many students are there? 135. So in 5th class 135. It's almost approaching to 140. Okay. So in 6th class what do we have? 120. 120 students we have. Exactly 120. So because we have taken 1 centimeter is equal to 20 students. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160. So plus 20, like that you will take up to what? Up to 150 you can take, up to 160, Up to 160 you can take, because 135 is the maximum number, so you have to take up to this at least. So up to 140 at least you have to take. Okay, so from 0 to 140 at least you have to take. Okay, so 5th class we have 135 students, so it's almost approaching to 140. And 6th class we have 120 students, so you will draw 120, you will draw a bar here. Okay, and in 7th class we have 95 students, so it's almost approaching to 100. 95 is almost approaching to 100. So we don't draw exactly to 100, but we will draw little lower to 100. It is slightly less than 100. 7th class 95. So 95 is slightly less than 100. Okay. In 8th class we have 100 students. So 100 students we have. So exactly at 100 you have to draw a bar. Okay. And in 9th class we have 90 students. So 90 students is between 80 and 100. 90 students is between 80 and 100. So you will draw a bar in between 80 and 90. Okay. In 10th class we have 80 students. In 10th class we have 80 students. So from 80 you have to draw a bar. From 0 to 80 you have to draw a bar. Okay. Now we have drawn the bar graph, isn't it? We have drawn the bar graph taking 20 as 1 centimeter. So we have drawn 5th class, 6th class, 7th class and so on. Let us answer the questions basing on bar graph. Okay. How would you choose a scale? So here we have chosen 1 centimeter is equal to 20 students. 1 centimeter is equal to 20 students. Okay. Answer the following questions. Which class has maximum number of children? So just look at the graph, whichever is having a long bar, you can say that it is having maximum number of children directly. So which is having a maximum number of children? 5th class is having maximum number of children. Just looking at the graph you can easily know which class has maximum number of children. So 5th class has maximum number of children, and which class has a minimum number of children? So which is the least bar here? This is the least heighted bar. So 10th class has least number of children, minimum number of children. So the class which has minimum number of students is equal to 10th class. Okay. Now last question is, find the ratio of students of class 6th to the class 8th students. So ratio of students of class 6 to the students of class 8. So how many students are there in class 6? 120. So 120 ratio means A by B, A upon B. So ratio of class 6th class has 120 students, and 8th class is having how many students? 100 students. 8th class is having 100 students, isn't it? So 120 upon 100, and because 120 and 100 last zeros we have, so we can cancel last zeros. So it will be 12 upon 10, and 12 upon 10 you can write in the decimal number. So 1.2. 1 0 is there. So from the right you will put a decimal for one place, 1.2. Okay. Now let us go to 4th problem. Okay. 4th problem. The performance of students in first term and second term is given. First term performance and second term performance is given. Draw a double bar graph choosing appropriate scale and answer the following. Draw a double bar graph. Double bar graph means you will have 2 bars at one place. Okay. So draw a double bar graph choosing appropriate scale and answer the following. These double bar graphs are used for comparison between two different situations. Double bar gives you the comparison between in two different situations. Just here we have first term examination marks and second term examination marks. So you are going to compare first term and second term. So when you are drawing a double bar, you will give first term examination a different color and second term examination a different color. Okay. So by looking at the bars, different colored bars, you can easily find out, you can easily find the comparison. So let us read the question. In which subject has the child improved the performance most? Child has improved the performance the most in which subject? In which subject he has improved least? The child has improved least. Has the performance gone down in any subject? So by looking at the bar diagram, we can easily decide about all these aspects. Okay. Now let us try to draw the double bar. Okay. Now here I wrote the measurements here. First term examination marks: English, Hindi, Math, Science, Social Science. First term examination marks 67, 72, 88, 81, 73. Second term examination marks 70, 65, 95, 85, 75. So the maximum marks are 100. So you have to go up to 100. Okay. Because the maximum marks are 100, you will go up to 100. From where? You will start from 0. So what is the, how will you take the scale? You can take the scale as 1 centimeter is equal to 10 marks. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 marks. Okay. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 marks. Now let us see here. First term English marks 67. First term English mark. There are two bars here. You are observing there are two different colors. So first term we have given different color blue and second term we have given red. Okay. So for a double bar, this is called a double bar diagram. Okay. Because you have two bars at every point, at every subject. You have two bars at every subject. So this is called a double bar diagram. Okay. So this is blue indicates first term, red indicates the second term examination. So first term examination should be entered in blue color. Okay. So English 67, 67. So it should go up to 70. 67 is between 60 and 70, isn't it? So it should almost approach to 70. Next, Hindi 72. So we are drawing first term marks. So it's in blue color. Hindi 72. Hindi 72. So little above 70. You will draw little above 70. A blue colored graph. 72 little above 70. Okay. Blue colored bar. Next we have Maths 88. Maths is 88. So it should be in between 80 and 90. Almost it should approach to 90. 88. Almost 90. 88, 89, 90. So it should not be 90. It is little below 90. Okay. So Maths is 88 first term examination and Science 81. So little above 80. Blue color diagram, little above 80. 81. Social Science 73. 73. So it's a little above 70. 73. Okay. Now let us go to second term examination marks. So we have indicated this in red color. Okay. So red color we have indicated for second term examination marks. So 70, English 70. So exactly 70 you have to draw the bar. The next bar we have to draw at exactly 70. Hindi 65. 65 means it is above 60. And exactly middle in between 60 and 70. 65. Okay. So now we have Maths 95. So it should be above 90 and below 100. So it should be in between 90 and 100. 95 exactly in between 90 and 100. Next we have science 85. So it's above 80 and below 90. Above 80 and below 90. Next we have social science. It is 75. 75. So little above 70. 75, little above 70 and little below 80. Isn't it? 75 means it is below 80 and above 70. So 75 is in between 70 and 80. Okay. Now, the first question is, in which subject the child has improved most? So how do you decide? Improved means what? Second term improvement. First term marks and second term marks. Improved means second term he should get more. That is called improvement. First term, after first term you will get second term. So in which subject the child has improved means you have to find in which subject the child has improved in second term. Second term he should get more marks. So in which subject? It is very clear that maths is having a highest bar. So in maths the student has improved most. In maths the student has improved most. Okay. Now in which subject the child has improved least? That means what? In which subject the child has improved least? That means in second term he should get least improvement than first term. So where is the least improvement? Maths is a bigger improvement because there is a large difference between blue and red, and here also a big difference, here also difference, but here if we observe social science, we have a least difference between these two. 73, 75, only 2 marks difference in social. There are only 2 marks difference in social. So therefore there is a least improvement in SST. Okay, SST child has improved least. In SST the child has improved least because only 2 marks. Whereas in science how many marks? 4 marks, 81, 85, 4 marks have been increased. Maths is the highest increment, and 72, 65, this is also having a lot of improvement. 7 marks he has improved. He has decreased 7 marks, isn't it? In which subject the performance of the child has gone down? So here we have the performance of the child has gone down in Hindi because first term he got 72 and second term he got 65. Let us also look at the bar diagram. First term he has got 72 and second term bar has become down. The red bar has become down. So Hindi the child has not performed well in second term. In second term he did not perform well. Okay. Right. Now let us see the next question. I am going to 6th question. 5th question you can do it by yourself. Okay. So let us go to 6th question. Take the data giving the minimum and maximum temperature of various cities given in the beginning of the chapter, table 3.1. So we have taken table 3.1 here. Plot a double bar graph. Double bar graph means there will be double bar at each position. Ahmedabad, Amritsar, Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, Jaipur, Jammu, Mumbai. So at each place you will have double bars. Plot a double bar graph using the data and answer the following. So let us understand questions first. Which city has the largest difference in the minimum and maximum temperature on the given date? So maximum difference you have, in which city you have the largest difference? Okay, which is the hottest city and which is the coldest city? Okay, which is the hottest city and which is the coldest city? Name two cities where maximum temperature of one was less than the minimum temperature of the other. So you can easily look at the bar diagram and answer these questions. Name the city which has the least difference between minimum and the maximum temperature. Okay, so let us draw the bar diagram for this. Now let us draw the double bar diagram. Maximum and minimum we have, and these are the cities. So on x-axis you have to take cities. On x-axis you have to take the cities, Ahmedabad, Amritsar and so on. And on y-axis you have to take the temperatures. You will take the temperatures, and from where to where you have to start? From 0, always from 0 to where? Maximum, what is it? Maximum temperature is 41. So you can draw up to 45. Can draw up to 45. Okay. Now how do you take the scale? How do you take the scale? Because we have 38, 37, 28, 36 and so on. So you take the scale as 1 centimeter is equal to 5 degrees centigrade. 1 centimeter is equal to 5 degree centigrade. Okay. Now let us see. First of all, to bar diagram, maximum you will have one color, blue color, and minimum you can take another color, red. Okay. So let us take maximum temperature. Maximum temperature is 38 for Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad 38. So it's about 35, 36, 37, 38. Okay. It's below 40 and above 35. So 38 degrees centigrade. Amritsar 37 degrees centigrade, blue bar you have to draw. Amritsar 37. So above 35. 37. Bangalore 28. So Bangalore 28, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay. Below 30 and above 25. Chennai 36. Chennai 36. So 35 and next 36. Okay. Delhi 38. So Delhi 38, 35, 36, 37, 38. We will draw like this. Jaipur 39. So 39 below 40. Jammu 41. So Jammu 41 above 40. You will write 41. Mumbai 32 degrees. Mumbai 32 degrees means it's above 30. 32 degrees. Similarly, we draw minimum with a different color, red color, 29 degrees, Ahmedabad. So let us go to Ahmedabad and write 29, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Okay. Next we have Amritsar 26 degrees, minimum temperature 26 degrees. So above 25, 26 degrees. Next we have Bangalore 21 degrees. 20, 21. Okay. Next we have Chennai 27 degrees. 25, 26, 27. Below 30 and above 25. Delhi we have 28 degrees. Delhi 28 degrees. 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay. Jaipur 29 degrees. Jaipur 29 degrees, 25. Below 30 degrees you will write. 29 degrees. Jammu 26 degrees. So it's above 25. 26 degrees is above 25. Next Mumbai we have 27 degrees. 27 degrees, 25, 26, 27. Okay. So this is how we draw the double bar diagram. So one color for one maximum temperature and one color for minimum temperature. And we draw the bars. X-axis we have taken the cities and y-axis we have taken the temperatures in degrees. Temperatures in degrees. Okay. Now let us continue with the problem. Now let us answer one by one. Which city has the largest difference? You tell me which city has the largest difference between maximum and minimum temperatures. By looking at the bar graph also you can easily tell. Otherwise you have to subtract each difference, 38 minus 29, 37 minus 26 and so on. For all these you will subtract it and you will see what is the maximum difference. But by looking at the diagram also you can easily decide which city has the largest difference in maximum and minimum temperatures. So by looking at the bar diagrams, which is having a maximum difference? So Jammu is having a maximum difference. Jammu is having a maximum difference. Maximum temperature is about 41 degrees and minimum temperature is about 26 degrees and difference is 15 degrees. Okay. So it is having a maximum and it is having a largest difference in maximum and minimum temperatures. Just looking at the diagram you can easily decide, because there is a large gap between blue and red. And this much of large gap is not there anywhere in other cities. Okay. Now second point, which is the hottest city? Which is the hottest city? So which is having a long bar? Only Jammu is having a long bar in comparison with the other bars. So Jammu is the hottest city, 41 degrees. And which is the coldest city? So minimum temperature should be low. Minimum temperature should be low. Which is having a minimum temperature is low. Minimum temperature means which color? Red color. So which is having a minimum red color? Bangalore. Bangalore is having a minimum red color. So Bangalore is the coldest city, 21 degrees. Okay. Now let us answer the remaining two. Which city has maximum temperature less than the minimum temperature of the other city? Which city has maximum temperature less than the minimum temperature of the other city? Now look at the bar diagrams. Maximum temperature is denoted by blue color and minimum temperature is denoted by red color. So it should be, blue color should be less than red color. So look at the cities in which blue color is less than the red color. Blue color is less than the red color of the other city. Blue color is less than the red color of the other city. Red color means minimum temperature. Okay, minimum temperature. So blue color is less than the red color of the other city is Bangalore, and Bangalore has a blue color which is less than the red color of Ahmedabad. So Bangalore has maximum 28 degrees centigrade. It is 28 degrees centigrade and Ahmedabad has minimum 29 degrees centigrade. Ahmedabad has minimum 29 degrees centigrade. So Bangalore's maximum temperature is less than Ahmedabad's minimum temperature. So just look at the diagram. So blue color is less than the red color of Ahmedabad. Okay. Now which city has the least difference between maximum and minimum temperature? So you just observe the difference between blue and red colors. Which is having the least difference? Which is having the least difference? Isn't it? Mumbai. Mumbai is having the least difference between blue and red color. So Mumbai is the city which has the least difference between maximum and minimum temperatures. Okay. So that's all about this exercise. So remaining questions you can do by yourself.